This week on Martyr's Row.
Did The Office resurrect Krampus?
Did Kris Kringle punch a guy at the Council of Nicaea?
Did Constantine send Santa to prison?
Was the Home Alone script written by devout Catholics?
Is Twitter the new Christ?
Has Elon Musk taken Christ out of Xmas?
Why does Elon love the letter X so much?
I don't know, but we're gonna find out
This week on Martyr's Row. 3, 2, 1.
Saint Ignatius, called Theophorus, Bishop of Antioch and disciple of the apostles, was in the reign of Trajan accused for confessing the name of Christ. Being brought before the emperor, he freely declared that the living God dwelt in him, whereat Trajan condemned him to be carried in chains to Rome, there to be cast to the beasts. Along the way, he strengthened the churches by his letters, desiring not deliverance, but that he might imitate the passion of his Lord. Let me be ground as wheat, he wrote, that I may be found the pure bread of Christ. At Rome, he was thrown to the lions, who swiftly consumed him, leaving only a few of his bones. Thus, this aged bishop, steadfast from Syria to the amphitheater, testified that love is stronger than death, and counted no glory save to be united with his Savior. Anno Domini 107.
What's up?
You don't know how happy I am you just did that.
I was trying to do it before you. That's always your thing.
It is. I love when people join in on it. It's awesome.
Yeah. Just like the Thanksgiving baguette.
Yes.
As many people join in as possible.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? I actually didn't know until recently that was from a commercial. The What's Up thing.
Yeah.
I just always did it when I was younger.
Okay.
And it was just always a thing.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, my kids are like not really old enough to know references, but because they're in a school where they're like in like preschool and first grade, but there's 12th graders also in the same school. It's like all the lingo of high school trickles down all the way down into preschool.
Yeah.
So my kids will say stuff that I'm like, this is like a popular like
how'd you know about this?
Like middle school, high school thing that I'm like hearing about, and then they know it.
That's
and
so
like,
interesting.
This is really weird.
That's kind of bizarre.
It is weird.
Yeah.
I don't remember why I said that.
Oh, that's interesting. Because of the I didn't know the reference.
The what's up?
Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say. Sorry, I was gonna say. So like my oldest kind of gets it a little bit, some of it, but my youngest doesn't understand what he's doing at all.
He's just repeating it.
He's just repeating it. It's like one of those things where it's like you just kind of learn the rhythm of culture.
Yeah.
And you don't really know the origins of anything.
Yeah, it's true. Which is interesting. And, you know, it kind of, because that commercial was in the 90s, wasn't it?
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. Like, let's just think about
everything
that for half
good
a
was
second.
In the 90s.
And so.
Or everything that was way too long and very weird.
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah. Like that commercial, the original one, is very long.
Really?
Yeah, it's a little bit like, are they still doing this?
This is still a commercial.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like they extend it long enough so that the payoff really hits.
Oh, that makes sense.
So it's like a little bit too long so that the payoff punches harder, which is like you can't do that anymore because it wouldn't fit on.
I'm not sticking around more than 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Then I get to skip it.
It wouldn't fit on TikTok.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, that's interesting because that's back in the, you know, the 90s and even think about like early 2000s.
Mm-hmm.
When I say this word, what do you think of? If I say the word nostalgia.
Nostalgia?
Yeah.
Death Cab?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think I immediately envision like old cars I've had and like times driving nowhere.
Yeah.
And just like listening to bands like Death Cab.
Yeah, it's just like kind of like nice memories and.
Yeah, like I remember the good parts.
Yeah.
Nostalgia is the good parts.
Yeah.
It's the parts with the sepia filter.
That's a good way to put that, actually. You know, so I don't know if you know this. I just learned this recently.
Okay.
So nostalgia
Okay.
was originally, I guess, invented or like coined
Yeah.
back in the late 1600s.
Okay. That's a pretty late.
Yeah. And it was by a Swiss guy
Give
who
it up
was
for the Swiss guys.
who was studying soldiers at
Are
the
you
time.
a Swiss guy?
Are you some kind of Swiss guy? Like some Swiss Army guy?
Well, he developed it for soldiers.
For soldiers. Yeah. So he was studying them and he found that they had this like deep longing, like homesickness.
Okay.
And he deemed it a mental illness.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah. Cuz it was detrimental to their ability to perform in war.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
It was prohibiting them from doing what they needed to do.
Yeah, so for a long time, I think up until the 19th century,
Okay.
it was considered a mental illness.
Nostalgia?
Yeah.
But that's how he labeled it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so longing for home.
So could you imagine being diagnosed with nostalgia?
So then, well, it does sound like a clinical issue.
Yeah.
Now that you say that.
You're like, hold on.
Also, it's not
I'm actually
really
get checked out.
It's not really like good for you. Like if you're an extremely nostalgic person,
Yeah.
you're kind of stuck in the past.
You're always thinking about something else.
Like if you use the word nostalgia on a regular basis, you probably have a room full of things from the 80s.
Yeah.
And that's probably not the healthiest thing.
Maybe some things, right?
It depends on what they are.
Yeah, fair.
That is interesting though. So he coined the concept of homesickness as nostalgia.
Yes.
So longing for home or longing for, I guess, just not being at war.
Because correct me, because I think you know this. Because even the word breaks down to like home pain.
I don't know this.
Okay. Okay.
As soon as you said the word breaks down, I immediately thought
like,
Nosferatu. I don't know why. Free association.
You can do whatever you like.
Because NOS, like.
Oh, yeah.
I was just like, I don't know.
Yeah.
What even is Nosferatu?
Or maybe it's homecoming, but it's like this, like, I have no clue. I just know the word.
Yeah, it's free association. It makes me think of, what's that Will Ferrell movie with Ben Stiller where they're like models?
Oh, Owen Wilson? You thinking of Zoolander?
Yes.
Yeah, that's Owen Wilson, not Will Ferrell.
No, it is. Will Ferrell's in that.
Oh, yeah, he is.
He's
I
like the
forgot.
evil
He's the guy. He's the
The
bad
funny
guy.
thing, the funny thing is, I said Will Ferrell and then Ben Stiller, the movie, and you were like, "Oh, are you talking about Owen Wilson?"
Yeah.
No, a movie title, not a person's name.
Because I was like, I think it's Zoolander.
That really
but
threw me off.
that's a different
the
guy.
way you responded.
Free association.
Yeah. I don't know.
But it's like this nostalgia. If I remember this right, it's basically like this this pain of longing to go home or pain of longing for something that was home.
Okay, that makes sense.
So it's like the past. Someone feels at home there. It feels safe.
Yeah.
And they feel a pain of like I want to go back there.
Mm.
And this guy's like, yeah, that's a mental illness. Here's some cocaine. I don't know.
Probably.
Yeah.
Some Swiss chocolate and a little bit of cocaine.
Here's a Toblerone.
Going on a flight somewhere?
Yeah.
So
And a Swiss Army knife.
got everything you need.
Yeah.
Honestly.
When's the last time you've been skiing?
Here you go. Just pushes him out of an airplane. I want to go home. Well, it is kind of funny because there are certain times of the year where it feels like there's almost a cultural nostalgia.
Mm.
It's like all of a sudden the whole, like, everybody locks into being childlike or
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, I feel like Christmas kind of brings that out of people. It's like that Christmas magic that people talk about.
Mm-hmm.
It's like we think of the times when we were kids and it was like mysterious and exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I often say this. We're all just trying to be kids again.
Yeah.
And if you know
Yeah.
anybody who's not trying to be a kid again, don't hang out with them anymore. But Christmas is that
They'll
time.
sell your kidney on the black market.
That's like the Santa Claus, the Tim Allen Santa Claus.
Oh, yeah.
It's like the whole thing about the parents, like his ex-wife, and then what's the guy's name?
Isn't it?
It's like Ron or something.
I think it's Todd, isn't it?
No, it's not Todd.
It's not?
No,
'Cause I thought I remember him joking. He's like tall.
no, it's like it is something like that.
Honestly, his sweaters were awesome though.
His sweaters were fantastic.
I was so jealous of his sweaters.
That's gonna really bother me. Anyways, the whole thing was like a weenie whistle. Like at the end.
Oh, that's right.
Gets
that
a
was the
weenie
one
whistle.
thing he wanted.
Yeah, and he didn't get it, and that Christmas he stopped believing in Santa.
Yes.
And it's like, oh, a weenie whistle. What is that guy's name? Isn't that the worst?
Oh, that's terrible.
I'm not gonna look it up. Eventually, I'll remember.
I'm trying to think of Tim Allen's name in the movie.
Santa Claus.
No, his government name.
Man, now I'm gonna.
I can't think of anyone's name.
Um,
The one line that always just makes me just pause the movie, die laughing, is when the elf gives his son the snow globe.
okay.
He's like, "Wow, thanks." And it's like, "All right, kid."
Oh, he actually says that, doesn't he?
Yeah.
All right, kid.
And I'm just like, pause.
That's like the head
I need a
of
minute.
That's like the head of the elves.
Yeah.
He's kind of a jerk,
He kind of is.
but like endearing.
But in a
certain
good way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, what is that guy's name? And then Tim Allen, like they say his name over and over again.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's like alliteration, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But oh well. If you think of it, tell us.
Write it in the comments.
Yeah, I'll figure it out right after.
Because I
this.
won't look this up.
I want to just like sit here until I remember it. But
it'll be the next hour of us
we're
just
not
like,
gonna do
hold
that.
on.
Yeah. So to all those trying to be kids, be okay with cultural nostalgia.
Yeah.
And maybe
But at
it
the
is-
same time, don't sit there too long.
Yeah.
Enjoy the moment you're in.
Yeah.
I think nostalgia's good as like it's a time like you're sitting down with a nice cup of tea and you're like, that was a good time.
Yeah.
Anyway, what am I doing right now?
Yeah. So if you're nostalgic for this podcast, keep listening.
Yeah, there's more.
3, 2, 1.
Kneel!
3, 2, 1. Snow drifts down on the Alpine Ridge. Lanterns flicker by the old stone bridge. Shadows stretch when the cold winds roll. Mercy walks with a monster in the snow. St. Nicholas with his staff of gold. Krampus dragging chains through the biting cold. Grace and warning in the same parade. Light and shadow in the songs we've made. Oh, holy night. Oh, fear and cheer. Heaven is nearer than it might appear. Oh, holy night. Stockings sway in a trembling house. Hopes as quiet as a midnight mouse. Saint tomorrow with a knowing grin. And the winter beast that trails behind him. St. Nicholas with his staff of gold. Krampus dragging chains through the biting cold. Grace and warning in the same parade. Light and shadow in the songs we made. Oh, holy night. Oh, fear and cheer. Heaven's nearer than it might appear. Oh. Maybe every gift needs a little more awe. A sharpened grace in the world we draw. So keep your lanterns burning bright. Saint and beast they roam.
Hey, Steven.
We're eternally laughing on this show.
I can't help myself sometimes.
And the funny thing is, everything.
Yeah. And also, I think, most of it.
Right. And most of it is not funny to anyone else.
No, but you gotta find laughter in the small things.
It's just part of doing something with someone else.
It's fun.
Doing things together.
And, I get excited for these main segments.
We're happy together. That's a good song.
That is a great song.
I do too.
Yeah.
It's the bulk of the podcast.
It is, so it better be good.
Well.
Or exciting for us.
This is where everyone falls asleep.
Sorry, guys.
So, yeah.
Steven, I've been thinking.
Okay.
Which is a dangerous place for me to be.
But that's why we have a podcast.
It's true.
And you think with your mouth.
Yeah. There are no thoughts up here.
As per the last episode.
Everything thinks here.
Yeah. Again, why we have a podcast.
Yeah, that's
If
true.
for no other purpose.
So I can think.
Yes. Welcome to the think tank for Paul's brain.
I need a microphone just so I can get some thoughts through.
Paul's brain. That should be a segment.
Paul's brain.
Just some time to think.
They'll be like, what the?
There's a lot of podcasters that do that.
Oh yeah,
Like Bill Burr's Monday morning thing.
dude, he's like a stream of consciousness. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's great.
Yeah, or he's just clinically insane.
I feel like you have to be a little insane to just talk to yourself for like an hour and a half.
Yeah, or like stand up on stage in front of people.
Yeah,
You have to be a little insane.
that's true.
And that's fair.
Especially because that's like the number one worst fear for people is public speaking.
100%.
Yeah, and they're like, what if I just did that for money?
It's a way to torture yourself.
Yeah,
I feel like they would agree.
I think so.
Stand-up comedians?
You do kind of open yourself up to some torture.
That's true.
Because, I mean, you're like, they could hate me.
And some comedians like intentionally bomb just to get it back,
Yes.
which I can see that. You
It's
kind
a
of play
method.
the audience.
Yeah, you give yourself the yips.
Yeah.
Is that a real thing?
What?
The yips?
In golf?
I just heard the word, and I just keep thinking about it.
It is. It's a mental block.
Okay.
So it's like you're thinking of too many things and like you keep thinking that you're going to make the mistake. So you think of a way to not do it and then you do it.
Interesting.
Yeah. So it's like there's not a way to get out of it. It's like this broken it's like just do it. It's insanity. It's doing the same thing over and over again.
Yeah.
I'm doing this wrong over and over again. And I'm thinking I'm going to do it right, but then I just keep doing it wrong.
That's really interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fascinating, especially so I mean, like, so right now it's around Christmas time.
It is around Christmas time.
Yeah. And I think there's a lot of things when it comes to Christmas where especially Christians in last like 5 years probably, maybe even more, but at least in like my circle.
They just keep doing Christmas.
Yeah, they
It's
just
just
keep,
like it just
it's
keeps
just like
coming
every year they just go like,
over and over.
what if I just did this Christmas thing?
I have the Christmas yips.
It's like it's not going to catch on. But I feel like there's a lot of fear around it.
Sure.
Or a lot of speculation. Let me say it that way.
Okay.
Because there's a lot of information being passed around. There's some changes to certain traditions, and a lot of Christians get weary of it. And they're like, "Oh, should we even celebrate this thing, or should I even do this tradition, or should we say Merry Christmas, or should we say something else?"
Yeah, because like and we've talked about this a lot in the sense of it feels like there's a bunch of I want to say grenades. What are the things on the ground?
Landmines?
Landmines.
Yeah.
It's like there's a lot of landmines in what we've called like the mod norm.
Yeah.
Like in the idea that this is what Christians have done for a long time, or the idea that like, yeah, Christians co-opted all of this stuff.
Yeah.
When really like I feel like we need to start asking the question again, like, is that true or is it not true?
Yes.
Because the things that we feel like are ancient are actually only a couple hundred years old.
It actually reminds me, I was talking to my brother recently.
Yeah.
And he was telling me about his new church that he's going to.
Okay. Shout out new church.
Whoop, whoop. And he was like, yeah, they're very traditional. I was like, when you say traditional.
Yeah. But that's the thing.
Do you mean like medieval or like actual early church? He's like, you don't have to be a jerk about it. I was like,
yeah, but
I was just curious.
I mean, but that's something you have to ask now.
Yes.
Because it is one of those things where like denominations are essentially falling apart.
Right.
And that's not like a doomsday thing. It's
Oh
like
no,
in some
just-
ways it's a good thing.
I think so.
Like it's one of those things where we're rethinking what we're doing
Yeah.
and the things that were bad about
Mm.
the organizational structures will have to be removed.
And I wonder how much of that we have to give credit for, as much as we don't like to, or at least I don't like to like social media, because I think it opens you up to a lot of ideas.
Yeah.
So like traditionally, it's like if you're a Baptist, you only go to Baptist churches, you only hear Baptist things. If you're Pentecostal, you only hear Pentecostal things.
Yeah.
But
Why'd you
now,
point at me when you said Pentecostal?
It's force of habit.
This, that.
You know, I could have pointed anywhere.
I understand.
But then it's like, yeah, so because of social media, you're exposed to just, here's a pastor, and he might not be a Baptist, or he might not be whatever your denomination is.
Oh, right.
So then you start hearing other ideas.
Yeah.
And I wonder if that's kind of a part of people are like, wait a second.
Well, and in the post-seeker movement, where like basically everything that you're getting marketed to, like everything that's being marketed to you is all intentionally trying to look like whatever the most popular thing is.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like the clips from churches and pastors and people preaching is kind of like pop music. Like it's trying to follow trends.
Yeah.
So that it's
Yeah.
in the algorithm and so that you click on it. And they're trying to like vie for the so then all of it ends up looking like non-specific denominations.
Oh, that's fair.
Or non-specific traditions.
Yeah.
So then it in some ways it's a way to, it's like the next generation of the seeker friendly, which would just be online, like church online.
So how do you just appeal to everybody online?
Oh, exactly.
Yeah.
And in some ways, like in that way, there can be the element of evangelism in it. But that's up to the Lord.
That's true.
And in the same way, it's like, even when you talk about like, yeah, maybe denominations should go away. It's not like we're like, yeah, destroy denominations or people should actively go against it. It's like,
yeah,
getting into an uproar about somebody saying something like that is a little bit like, well, do you think that God destroys things or allows things to be destroyed or fall apart if they're not producing good fruit?
Yeah.
Because if you don't believe that, then I could see how people do everything.
Yeah.
Versus like, actually, the Lord's tired of that. And so that denomination is going to fall apart.
Yeah.
And that has nothing to do with what anybody says on any internet.
Yeah.
Or any internet.
Yeah.
How many internets are there?
That's
How
a great
many internets are there? Your internet, my internet.
Everyone's internet. There's some truth to that though. But
you know what I mean? Like if
But
it's not producing good fruit and it is destroying people, ultimately it's going to die.
Yeah.
It's like a tree that doesn't produce fruit. It's dying.
Nice.
Yeah,
that's true. And so that gets me thinking a little bit.
Okay.
Just a little bit.
Okay. Think with their words, Paul.
So this
Think with their words, Paul.
So let me take out mom. So this whole Christmas thing.
Okay. What about it? Yikes.
So
we're doing this again?
We're doing this. You back on this?
Oh, Grinchy over here.
I'm gonna steal it.
Okay, yeah.
There's a popular thing that I see often.
Okay.
Which is instead of the word Christmas,
yeah,
I see something that says Xmas.
And
so my question,
to which you refer.
You do. You have some awareness of.
I have seen this.
I too have witnessed.
I am a witness also.
And so I guess I'm curious.
Okay.
And so I want to ask you the question.
Okay.
Does Xmas remove Christ from Christmas?
Well, Paul, I'm going to have to think about this one.
Give yourself a little chin scratch on that one.
And I think I'm going to think about it in the only way I know how to.
Very good.
And I'm going to think about it in the Pauline way of thinking. And I'm going to use my words.
Very good.
So why don't we do this? In the spirit of Christmas,
Yes.
why don't I tell you a little story? So on a winter night, when the sky is sharp as glass and the stars look like nail heads driven into velvet, you could almost believe the old legends, that the heavens aren't random, that there's a road up there, a path of witnesses, a via martyrum written in light. And then you come down from the mountains into the ordinary world, and you see it on a receipt or a banner or a storefront window. Merry Xmas. And some part of you bristles because you've heard the line, they took Christ out of Christmas. But tonight, we're going to do what Martyr's Row does. We're going to clean off the soot of the glass and look at what's actually there. Because the truth is stranger and better than the outrage. That X wasn't invented by marketers. It wasn't minted by modern cynicism. It's old, Christian old. In the language of the earliest churches, the language of Scripture for Greek believers, Christ is Christos. And it begins with a letter that looks like our English X, chi. So, from very early on, Christians used X as shorthand for Christ. Not because they were ashamed of the name, but because they loved it enough to carve it into stone, paint it on walls, scratch it into wax, and set it into symbols that could survive hostile rooms. Sometimes it wasn't just the X. Sometimes it was XP. Not English letters, but Greek. XP, chi and rho. The first two letters of Christos. A mark that says, without a sermon, this belongs to Christ. And then history does what it always does. It takes a symbol and drags it into a turning point. In the early 4th century, Constantine goes to war, and the sources tell us that a sign, a Christ sign, was placed onto military gear. Some say shields, some say the standard carried before the army. Whatever you make of Constantine, and if you've listened to Martyr's Row, I think you know how we feel, the moment is unforgettable. A world where the name of Jesus had been whispered in catacombs and confessed in courtrooms is suddenly painted in public, stamped in metal, carried into battle. 2 letters, a cross-like shape, a monogram, XP, Christ. So when you see XP, that's not a Microsoft logo, that's not modern shorthand, that's the ancient confession compressed. Now, bring it back to Christmas. When scribes wrote Christ quickly, especially in context influenced by Greek culture, they used abbreviations. It's the same impulse as writing DR for doctor or ST for saint. Not disrespect, just shorthand. So X for Christ isn't new, it's a relic of the church's long memory. And over time, in English, it becomes one of those abbreviations that slips into everyday writing. Xmas. Not Christ removed, but Christ abbreviated. So then, should Christians use it? Here's the Martyr's Row answer. Truth first, love second. Truth. Xmas can literally mean Christmas or Christ Mass, using the ancient shorthand for Christ. The love part, your neighbor might not know that, and if it distracts them, don't make your shorthand their stumbling block. If you're writing a devotional note to someone tender-hearted, write Christmas. Let the word breathe. If you're sending a quick text or titling an episode or keeping a headline short, Xmas isn't heresy, it's history. Because sometimes the faith isn't lost in the letters. Sometimes it's hidden there, like a watermark, waiting for the light. So the next time you see Xmas, don't scoff, but remember those who came before you and gave their lives for the sake of Christos. XP. Merry Christmas. Does that make sense, Paul?
That makes a lot of sense.
I think that gets all my thoughts out.
That's good. Yeah. No, that's really good.
I'm always tempted to quote, which I've heard recently that, which this is kind of a fascinating thing, and I didn't think I was going to talk about this, but I wanted it in my thoughts, but I went ahead and censored them because I will not censor them now, and I needed to give a little bit of setup before I said
unfiltered words.
Merry Xmas, you filthy animal. Because to some people that would be the most vulgar thing you could say.
Oh, for sure. I think it's the funniest thing.
Maybe I should look into the camera and say that. Merry Xmas, you filthy animal. But I actually heard this the other day that the original writers of the movie Home Alone were devout Catholics.
Really?
And there's a pastor online. I love a lot of the content that he does, but he goes through and breaks down how that Home Alone is a prodigal son story. It's very Christian based. The one thing that I need to go back and I've actually already watched Home Alone in the last couple of weeks.
Okay.
I need to watch it again.
I need to watch it again. Yeah.
But the thing that I didn't realize is that the old guy, the South Bend Shovel Slayer, I forget what his name is. It's actually, I think his name is from
I can't think of it.
Like what's the Scrooge? Didn't I just ask you this the other day?
Ebenezer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's not Ebenezer though. It's something like from that story.
Okay.
But anyways, apparently that guy the whole time in the movie has scars in his hands.
Really?
Yeah, like nail
I've never
scars.
noticed that.
I haven't either. Like go all the way through his hands.
That's very interesting.
Yeah, it's really weird.
That's really interesting because I did pick up, at least like the last few years that I've seen it.
Yeah.
That he was supposed to be playing like a Christ-like figure.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Because he talks about like he hasn't talked to his son in a while.
Yeah.
Like there's that story there, but that's not what we're talking about.
No.
it is one of my favorite Christmas movies though.
But I do find it interesting with the whole Xmas Christmas thing.
Yeah.
Where it's like it leads to arrogant non-Christians to use it because it outrages Christians. But they don't use it because they know the real history behind it. They use it because it makes Christians mad. And Christians are mad because they don't know their own history.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. So it's funny. It's like it all kind of comes down to the fact of like, oh, we're not good stewards and studiers of history.
Well, and that's the whole point of our podcast.
Yeah, absolutely. It is. Yeah.
And that is one of those things where like you look at it and you go, all right, well, the Constantinian symbol that he creates and puts on the shield that he had a vision of, which is like 300 AD, in that middle range, 300 to 400 AD. That symbol is like on top of Catholic churches. It's used in Lutheran churches. Like it's a seal that you see often.
Because I see the XP a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the X and then the P's in the middle.
Yes.
Which is it's a cool like symbol.
It looks cool.
It looks like anytime I see it, I think more like Spanish, like Spaniard, Spain.
Yeah.
Because it reminds me of like conquistadors or like the Knights Templar.
Oh yeah.
Which
absolutely.
That would have been a symbol for the Knights Templar.
That makes sense.
Or one of their symbols, which would just be is it Chi and then Rho, RHO?
Yeah.
So CHI and then RHO. XP, so Christos.
That's pretty cool.
It is cool.
That's so cool. Yeah.
And I think that's one of the things is like if someone's like Merry Xmas, like it's kind of cool. It feels deeper in that meaning if you actually know what it means.
Yes.
I don't know.
Yeah, no, I think so.
But there's a lot of origins like that in particularly around the larger holidays where it's like it's not even like we need to take it back. It's we just need to understand what it is.
Remember it.
Yeah, we just need to remember what our history is. Like we need to go back in and we need to go like, all right, well if someone's like well, don't put any Christmas trees up in your house, or like don't do it. And you're like, which I actually have that verse. Um, like what are all the? Because we've talked about like your funny traditions and things like that.
Yeah.
But with Christmas, there's like a bunch of things that people are like, well, this is pagan, this is pagan, this is pagan.
Yeah.
But if you actually go back in and look, there's way more record that dates and usage of things were adopted or overlapped to compete with Christians.
Right.
Like the December 25th date.
There's a lot around that date.
Yeah.
Well, also, it's actually not competing.
What do you mean? Oh, yeah, because it's on a different day.
Yeah, it's not even the same day.
Oh, that's right.
So, I mean, that's...
Tell the people what you're talking about.
To talk about this, it's like there's a lot of things that people go to of like, it's just stealing the celebration of like Saturnalia.
Saturnalia, yeah.
Or stealing, there's another couple I can't think of off the top of my head. Like Mithra and Osiris and all this. And there's like, there's those celebrations and they represent the same Christ-like figure. It's like, well, actually, if you look through, I mean, this is a good tip for anyone just studying anything. It's like if someone makes a claim, look at what their sources are.
Right.
And then look at what that source is.
Yes.
And then find that source. Because because I went like a long time deep in a couple of years ago into like the Christmas. Because I was like, I like, for me, honestly, I was like kind of at a point where it's like, should I even celebrate Christmas?
Yeah, I get it.
Because there was just bombarding of like, it's all pagan, it's all this. And it's like, well, let's actually find out.
Right.
And in all of my research, the people that claimed it was pagan, their sources were some other guy who was sourcing some other guy who was sourcing some other guy who just made it up.
Well, that's the whole, that's even the whole, and at some point we'll get into this, but.
So there's no ancient documentation for any of this. You just thought about it one day.
Yeah.
So like the Saturnalia thing, to say that, historically that celebration was December 17th.
Oh, that's right. And it ends on the 24th.
At one point, the 23rd, I think.
Okay.
Because maybe it is the 24th.
It ends before Christmas.
Because it became like, over time, it became like a week-long celebration.
Yeah.
But even in that, it's like, it was actually a pretty horrible celebration. And it was celebrating the idea of like, there's no rules, and roles are reversed.
Oh, don't they still celebrate it?
I'm not sure about that.
But
is it
Krampus? What's the one that they celebrate?
They
where
do celebrate
dress
Krampus,
up
which we can talk about that.
Krampus is wild.
Because that's another one where it's like, there's actually nothing pagan about that at all either.
But it doesn't.
If you look at the full story of
doesn't Krampus kind of look like Pan?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's pagan.
Well, yeah, but
it's like the original.
But if you look
pagan.
at like the celebration of it,
yeah,
it's actually not pagan at all. It's this kind of a similar story of like what we were talking about with like our Halloween talk.
Yeah.
And it's that same idea of, because they do this in Germany, in a lot of like Eastern European countries that celebrate it. And it's the same thing of like this recognition of, so they'll have a parade.
Okay.
And there's like the night of Krampus.
Yeah.
So he'll come out and he's like this disgusting, horrible demon-looking creature. And he'll walk, and like people are standing outside this parade as he walks by, and he'll like, whip people.
This sounds terrible.
Oh, it's crazy. And so like people will like, oh, push him, they're bad, and he'll be like,
yeah.
And then he'll like take kids and like put them in this cage. I don't know if they still do that to this day.
Okay.
But what happens is it ends with, I think it's the next day, because it's a multi-day celebration.
Got it.
It then comes with Saint Nicholas or Santa Claus.
Yeah.
Traditionally, not what we celebrate in the U.S. today.
Yeah.
Which, that's a whole thing of like how that evolved over time.
Sure. Oh, of course. Yeah.
Because what it was isn't what it is.
Right.
And that's a big distinction to make.
Yeah.
But it comes out with Saint Nicholas coming and defeating Krampus and releasing the children.
Okay.
And so it's this idea of like, it's the same thing of like, oh, the saints came and overcame the demons that were occupying this and terrorizing the people.
Oh, okay. So it's a Christ story.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh,
and it's like,
cool.
And so I think it was last year, it became kind of a big thing where a lot of Americans all of a sudden just learned about Krampus. And they're like, oh, he's this, they're all worshiping the devil. And it's like, actually, no, he's not celebrated.
I mean, there was a resurgence of The Office.
Mm.
And Dwight famously
that's right.
teaches the kids the story of Krampus.
Yeah.
It's like all
Yeah.
the like there's an office party and all the kids are invited or something from the people in the office. And
That's
then he
right.
sits down and
That's
like
right.
teach them. And then he's like whipping somebody with the
Yeah. But yeah, it's that story when we look at the full thing of like what is it actually all about?
Yeah.
And it's like it's actually about the defeating of Krampus and
Gotcha.
the liberation of people into Christ.
Yeah. It's like grumpy Christ.
Yeah.
Krampus.
Krampus.
Grumpy Christos.
And I mean, we can do the same. We can talk about that even with, like the Christmas tree.
Well, so Jeremiah 10,
Yeah.
verse 2. Have you read this?
At one point.
Okay.
Not recently.
Have you ever read Jeremiah, Paul? It's nice that that's something to laugh about. There are people that have not read Jeremiah.
That is true. Yeah.
For those we weep and mourn. Please read Jeremiah and
Or
mourn
you love
and mourn.
read
as he did.
Jeremiah, or you love Krampus.
But it has stuff like this in it. Jeremiah 10, verse 2. Thus says the Lord, learn not the way of the nations, nor be dismayed at the signs of the heavens, because the nations are dismayed at them. For the customs of the peoples are vanity. A tree from the forest is cut down and worked with an axe by the hands of a craftsman. They decorate it with silver and gold. They fasten it with hammer and nails, so that it cannot move. Their idols are like scarecrows in a cucumber field, and they cannot speak. They have to be carried, for they cannot walk. Do not be afraid of them, for they cannot do evil. Neither is in them to do good. I can't read tonight. Neither is it in them to do good. So it's like, all right, well, they cut down trees by the hands of a craftsman. They decorate it with silver and gold, and they fasten it with hammer and nails so that it cannot move. That sounds like a Christmas tree to me. But to be fair, I don't think I've ever put a Christmas tree up from the attic and fastened it with nails and put actual silver and gold on it.
Yeah, that's
and
fair.
then asked a demon to possess it.
Good.
But I mean, that's what the idols would be, those physical representations that you invite a spirit into.
Yeah.
So it's like, well,
That's true.
Jeremiah says don't do that.
Absolutely don't do that.
Or don't be like them. But also he's framing it in a way that's like, this is vanity, meaning it's nonsense. It's nothing.
Mm-hmm. Bless you.
Oh, that was a weird
Bless
sound.
you, X2.
Sneezes never come in ones.
No,
They always come in
multiple.
pairs.
Yeah, or it hurts.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's a whole other thing. Maybe it's not.
I don't know.
Sure. But it is interesting because even in that passage, the context is like, what they're doing is nonsense. It doesn't result in anything except for negative things for them.
Yeah, for sure.
So then, like, the vanity of the Christmas tree. But trees are pretty prevalent in the Bible.
Yeah.
Particularly in reference to Christ.
I mean, trees are kind of prevalent just throughout history. But we see
That's
that
true.
especially in the scripture with Christ.
Yeah. Human history on the earth. There's a lot of trees.
There's lots of trees. But that's an interesting one. Even with that, it's like with the tree, because there are a lot of people. The biggest argument that I've heard is like, oh, it's like an Asherah pole, and they used to decorate them and all this and that. And it's like, well, actually, pause.
Yeah.
There's no historical record that says they ever decorated them.
No, but they would also have to like take all the branches off.
Yeah.
So not that.
So no. And so like
and that type of tree probably not the best.
No.
So
yeah, no.
Not the best wood for that.
Not quite.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so like historically, and this is based on the story, it seems more legend than it is anything.
Sure.
To be fair, but this is what the most accurate story that I've seen, and there is actual like tax records of this.
Okay.
And historical record
Yeah.
of this actually being a thing that spawned for this purpose.
Okay.
And so it actually goes back to Martin Luther.
Nice.
As the story goes.
Yeah.
Is that, one day he was out walking in the forest and he looked up and he noticed how the fir trees, the pine trees, I'm going to Florida
fir
too long.
trees.
Yes, thank you.
FUR.
How they pointed up toward the sky. And he's like, oh, it's like they're pointing up toward
To the
Christ,
heavens, yeah.
to the heavens.
That's cool.
And so that's kind of what then led to kind of getting popularized over time, especially with more royalty doing that. Of let's cut this down, put a star at the top, and
Yeah.
decorate the tree as a way to point toward the star, point toward Christ or to the heavens.
Yeah.
And so that's the idea of like, why is there a star on the top of the tree? Because it points toward the heavens where Christ is.
Yeah, the bright and morning star.
Yes, absolutely.
The Lucifer.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh,
what?
see our previous work. But it's like, that's the idea. That's
also,
where
if
it
you
comes
kind of
from.
think about it, the shape of a Christmas tree is very ziggurat-esque.
Now you threw a whole new thing into
Very,
it.
very mountainous.
Very mountain. Yeah,
Also, a fir tree would be on a mountain,
that's true.
so kind of interesting.
Yeah, and so that idea of a Christmas tree being used for that purpose
Yeah,
originated in Germany
makes sense.
around that time.
A lot of Christian tradition and theology comes from Germany.
Yes. Yeah.
Like a lot of it,
Yeah, it's true.
especially in the modern sense. The stuff that was kind of filtered post medieval.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like medieval, we get a lot more of that through like England or European countries.
Yeah.
The Europeans,
Which would make sense. They did a lot. Oh, actually, here's an interesting thing. Going back to the date, the 25th.
They did stuff so bad, America was born.
That's good.
Europeans, they did stuff so bad, America was born. That's a T-shirt.
That's actually pretty good.
Yeah, I like that.
That's good.
We could print that on a flag.
Raise that flag high.
Yeah. On
Let's
top
see.
of the tree.
That's our way. On top of the tree.
Atop the tree. Yeah.
That's funny. Oh, so the 25th.
Oh, that's right.
I forgot to bring this up.
Yeah, wrap that up.
This is an interesting piece with
like
that.
a
So it's
Christmas
like,
present.
so put a little bow on top.
Yeah.
So so it's like, okay, so how do we get that day?
Yeah.
So in the early church,
Okay.
there was a belief that prophets died the same day they were born.
Oh, that's right. Okay, yeah.
Or wait, hold on.
Yes.
Yes,
But it's specifically royal people.
it wasn't the same day they were born, but it was like within a certain time frame.
No, it's
Is that right?
It's the same day, not necessarily the same like month. and
That's right.
year.
Yes, that's right. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what they did was they looked at
When
we know when he died.
Right.
and it's like, let's go 9 months before that,
Yes.
and that's when they found December 25th.
right.
So they're like, oh, that's probably when he was born then, based on
Yes.
that belief.
Right.
And so that's one of the main ideas that we get, because we actually don't fully know, but that's just the most popular thought of like where it came from. So we don't actually know exactly why they picked that day, but we do know that was a popular belief at the time. And so it was like, oh, that's probably where they got the idea from.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like anybody by royal birth they had a belief that individual in the records, they would write them as being born on the same day. So the same.
Yeah.
So then it would be like September 25th is when they would have thought him to have died
Yeah.
or recorded him to have died.
Yeah.
So then gone back 9 months from that.
Yeah. And that's when we find December.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in reality, everything that we celebrate as Christian holidays,
Mm-hmm.
go back pre what you think is traditional
Yeah.
and go back to more ancient culture, and you'll see that most of that stuff actually did originate with Christians and is why Christians still believe and celebrate it. Like,
Yeah.
if you really want to look at, like, is this pagan or not, look at the church liturgy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, go back in and look at, like, an Anglican or Orthodox or a Catholic church and look at what their liturgy is, and that will speak to, like, okay, this tradition, Christians have been observing it in the liturgy of the church, in the rhythm of the church service for more than 1,000 years, more than 1,500 years
Yeah.
in some cases. So then when you look at that, it's like, all right, well, that's been preserved through the liturgy of the church itself.
Yeah.
And in that way, maybe I should pay more attention to that than some guy on TikTok being like, everything's pagan.
Yeah. It's like, where are you getting that from?
Well, but also it goes back to what we talk about all the time is like, if there's anything that is good, there is a deception of or a bad version of.
Yeah.
Like, there just is. So
Yeah.
like the enemy, like that's just anything that was created to celebrate Christ is going to be it will be tried to be co-opted and painted as pagan.
Yes.
It just will be.
Yeah.
So double check next time.
Take a look. I mean, it's funny. It's like even with like the Santa Claus thing.
Yeah.
Where it's like, oh, originally it originates with Saint Nicholas.
Yeah.
And then
who is like a really powerful figure.
He's a very interesting person.
Yeah.
We actually don't know a lot about him. We do know a couple things, and there's some kind of like like bizarre legendary stories about
Doesn't
him.
he like slap a guy?
Oh yeah. Oh, so the story goes he specifically went to the Council of Nicaea to punch some guy in the face because he was a known heretic.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like the legend goes that's why he went to the Council of Nicaea.
Yeah, so St. Nicholas goes to the Council of Nicaea, and I think it was recorded that he punched the guy.
Yeah.
Because
he was a heretic.
What was the
or believed to be?
What was the heresy? I forget. I feel like I just heard this. But
I can't think of it.
It was a popular heresy at the time, and it was probably the main one that they were trying to fight against.
Yeah. But like a little backstory on him, his parents were very wealthy, and they died when he was young.
Yeah.
And so he was given obviously the entire inheritance. But instead of keeping the money, he actually donated all of it.
Yeah.
But it was one of those where because he was such a controversial figure to some, and because he kind of just spoke his mind often, they didn't want to actually make him a bishop. But because he was so popular and had done so many good things, they're like, we have to make him a bishop.
Yeah, he's the man.
Yeah, he's the guy.
Well, and he often would just give stuff away. He was extremely generous.
Yeah.
And then they followed in his tradition in that way. I wish I could find that guy.
Well, so it's interesting. So his popularity got so big, and so people would start to basically attach him to this, especially with the whole Krampus thing.
Yeah.
And Martin Luther was actually one where he's like, I feel like we're putting too much emphasis on this Saint Nicholas guy.
Yeah.
And he's like, and we need to focus on the Christ child. And I believe the word was the Christ kindle.
Okay.
Which is interesting because then what happens is that those ideas start to become unpopular and people just don't celebrate them anymore until I think it's the 1800s where we get 'Twas the Night Before Christmas, which was the repopularization and reimagining of this St. Nicholas character.
That's cool.
Based on all of these stories.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, well, let's make this popular again. Let's tell a story and include this character.
Yeah.
But reimagined.
That's cool.
And what's funny, kind of ironic, is one of Santa Claus's nicknames is Kris Kringle.
Oh, yeah.
Which is a derivative of what Martin Luther is trying to focus on of the Christ child.
Oh, yeah.
So it's kind of funny where it's like, oh, one of Santa Claus's nicknames is actually
Christ child.
Something that was supposed to point away from him. Martin Luther tried there.
That's funny.
Didn't quite work out.
Yeah, so not in history books, but in later stories, centuries after Nicaea, claimed that when Arius stood up and denied that Jesus was fully God, Nicholas became so enraged that he slapped or punched him across the face. Constantine allegedly stripped Nicholas of his bishop's robes and imprisoned him for breaking decorum at the council. But that night, the Virgin Mary and Christ appeared to Nicholas in his cell, restoring his vestments. When Constantine heard, he freed him and reinstated him as Bishop of Myra. That's wild.
It's pretty wild.
Especially like, basically Santa Claus is around during Constantine.
Yeah.
And Constantine does what Constantine does. He throws him in jail. Come on, Constantine.
Constantine ruined everything.
Yeah, he did. But he honored the decision of apparently Mary and Jesus showed up.
Which, I mean, I'd hope so.
Yeah. Because Jesus can't do anything without Mary.
Yeah.
He has to listen to his mother.
Yes, mother.
Listen to your mother, children.
Come on.
So I would say leaving, if you are, let me put it this way.
Yeah.
If you're a known Christian, take the English word Christ out.
Sleep with one eye open.
and say Xmas, because people will be like, how dare you? And then you can be like, well, actually, XP, and you can go into this whole history.
You be that person.
And you go, well, X is actually the first letter in the Greek word Christos. And it was a tradition for people to carve that into the wall where Christ belonged here is what they would, how they would use that. So if you see that symbol, it is, so if you see that X and the P, it's the first two letters of Christos in Greek. So now you know.
Yeah, it's not the new name for Twitter.
It's not. It's that should be the whole thing. Is like is Elon Musk trying to be? Well, I mean that's a whole.
Actually,
Is Elon Musk trying to be the new Christ? Is that why he
does
named
love the
it
letter X?
He does love the name. Well, X marks the spot.
That's true.
Merry Xmas, you filthy animal. 3, 2, 1.